I could say that sea of change has happened in last 2 decades, and the things have gone gained momentum in the last 2 years, especially. If you look at it in 1990s, CIOs were responsible for only data center. They have to provide certain services. They will be running some payroll. They'll be doing some stock statement, or at the best, they'll be running some MRP. And only to that extent, CIOs were made use of in any organization. But post implementation of ERP in many organizations, especially in manufacturing, the demand for the CIOs and demand for the IT has moved a long way. People not only need to plan but also execute it properly. They have to maintain the machine. TPMs were digitized, and they have to introduce new products, and new product process has been digitized. And the organization need to go to the customer much closer. Therefore, CRM was implemented, and they have to have perfect collaboration with the suppliers, because for the suppliers, you will not be in a position to achieve your goals. Therefore, supply chain process were digitized. Therefore, if you look at it over a period of time, the demand for the CIOs have grown up stupendously. Now, with more and more digitization, the things got enhanced. And from the compliance mode to the business value realization mode to now strategic mode to even predict how the strategy need to be formulated and how it has to be executed, how the profit need to be realized, how the growth has to be sustained. That type of questions were put on CIOs, and they are also rising to the occasion in meeting the organizational business requirement. Basically, the digitization has been more a compliance. Now later started providing business benefits. Now being strategic now, the predictability of that organization in every segment of the organization, now the people are looking for, whether it is a planned maintenance prediction or achieving the business targets prediction. And the more and more thrust has been given to IT, especially the digitization, to have enhanced predictability and achievability in the organization, be it business growth or new product development or going closer to the customer or implementing a project, or as the case may be, any segment, the predictability is given more importance and more thrust to get it done and achieved. Over a period of time, when the responsibility changes, as I put it earlier, in 90s, CIOs were responsible only for the data center. They never come out of data center also. Now the things are different. They are also on the board, okay, that operations board or strategic board, or even they have moved to the statutory board. Okay, they have moved to that board. Therefore, when they have to take up the responsibility higher and higher, they have to leave the routine jobs to the lawyer, or they have to automate it. Therefore, the main goal of CIO, once it was upkeep and availability of the IT devices, now it has been pushed down to fourth level or fifth level, or even outsourced. Therefore, when that type of trend is happening, the need for CIO to concentrate on more and more value-added aspects. Therefore, the routine things need to be either put down in the organization, or they have to be outsourced, or they have to be automated, depending upon the culture of the organization. More you have got to automate, the room, it gives a lot of room for RPA and other things. So routine things and other things are all managed by RPAs, and more important things are managed by CIOs, including the business and business strategy and business targets. Okay, my opinion, we may not take the reference only from happening of one organization. Okay, when Tech Mahindra have automated a lot of things and reduced the head count, TCS is still continue to recruit and Infosys continue to recruit. TCS plan to recruit 30,000 plus people and Infosys continue to recruit people and everybody is doing like that. See, I do agree. Automation results in productivity increase. The productivity increase means that directly it's on headcount, no doubt about it. But disproportionately, the demand for digitization is going up. Okay, when disproportionately demand for the digitization is going up, and more IT headcount is required. Okay, see, for example, when IoT has come, the people started getting more and more data, and they are in a position to analyze the data and take new strategic actions. But all those IoT devices need to be maintained. Now the feeling has come now. After 3 years of usage, now people need to maintain. Now more and more demand has come for the people to do the operations on IoT. Therefore, in my opinion, we should not get worried about the headcount reduction on account of automation, because fortunately the base is increasing and every new project is adding value to that organization. Therefore, organization, they don't mind in adding the headcount. Thanks to the economic growth which is happening post-COVID now, the way in which the demand is increasing, most of the organization, especially in manufacturing, the demand is quite high and most of them are working for 24 hours. Okay, that means there is no room for maintenance on Sundays. There is no room for taking up the planning work or installation work on holidays and other things. This is the situation now. Digital twin may be a necessity from this aspect point of view. The thing is, when you want to make certain improvements in your layout, or when you want to see the bottleneck and study and other things, you have to go and disturb the manufacturing flow. When there is no room for that one, okay, the people are all booked. The people will come and say that whether you want to do improvement or you want to sell a few more units of your produce. Okay, when that particular question comes, everybody will say, better you produce and we will sell it and make profit. Okay, therefore the availability is the main question now. If like a COVID period, during April, May, June, July, when the factory was all closed, at the time you had a lot of time to go ahead and do redoing your layout and do the preventive maintenance. All those things are all. Now all the equipment, all the machineries, everything is fully booked. When it is fully booked, you don't have any time to do the improvement activities like preventive maintenance or flow improvement or productivity improvements or studying the flow and other things. Therefore, by necessity, the digital twins will be an answer for that one. People will say that I will go ahead and digitize it and simulate it and see where the bottlenecks are and where the improvements can be done, where I have to do the maintenance, all those things. People will start looking at it. Therefore, digital twins will be the order of the day in some more time, because in short run, you cannot increase the capacity. Okay, you can only improve the productivity or work on create capacity by working on holidays and overtime and all. Okay, you can steal the time, but the price for that one, you are going to pay that on maintenance and other things. But anyway, that will be reflected in the longer time. In the short run, you are going to do. When this continues, when you are unable to create the capacity in the short run, the only answer is the digital twin. And see, when there is a need, you are going to rise to the occasion and go ahead and work hard and sweat a lot. Once the day is over, the time starts when you are going to give back to the society something, okay, about your knowledge and your experience and what to do, how to do, because most of the things are at the back of your mind or at the heart. Therefore, we have got to find time to give back to the society, especially the youngsters, what best they can do it, because doing it first time right is very important. Okay. Not that, see, otherwise, they will be considering seniors as given only cautions and say, don't do that one. More don'ts will be there. But how to do good things, okay, such that you achieve things at the right time. That is very very important, and so I am much more relaxed now. I am spending a lot of time with the family, and thanks to COVID, okay, seldom we had dinner or lunch together. Okay, now we are having a very close family net. And another things, all my dreams, in traveling and going to the historical places and other things and all is falling in place. And once the relaxed action is happening and the COVID is slowly going off, okay, my travel will also get enhanced, and I will continue to help the people and IT fraternity in the best way to the extent to which they need it. Anyway, they also need it.